Hi, welcome to a real forum. Today we will try to understand biblical verse, spiritual life and the worldly life through a mathematical form. Right. So it seems to be new. So I'll try to present it the better way I could. By God's grace, I'm sure God will help me to do this. So we read in the Bible, James 4:4. It says that. Knowing not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the God, right? So it's if you try to simplify this, it says that we cannot have a good friendship with the world and also live a good spiritual life. We cannot manage both together. So either we have to live a very good spiritual life, or either we have to live a very good worldly life. We cannot do both together. Okay? Now, verse also says, James 4:4 says, the friendship of the world is enmity with God. This means worldly life is inversely proportional to godly life. Alright? If you're living good in the world, enjoying the world, and also think that I will go to heaven, so possibility is very less based on verse. And if we live a very good spiritual life, then at the same time, if you try to enjoy the world also, so there is again a very less possibility doing the same, doing both together. So the same thing I have tried to put it in mathematical form. So as the verse says, worldly life, friendship of the world is enmity with God. This means worldly life is inversely proportional to godly life. I'm sure you're getting it right. Now, if I try to present it in a mathematical form, the same thing, so we can write it in this way, that godly life is equal to 1 upon worldly life. So that says godly life is inversely proportional to worldly life. So this is the first mathematical formation of the verse James 4:4, right? So we'll take this one. Now let's suppose what will happen if we try to simplify this. What will happen? Let's see what happens. So we all live in this world. So everyone has got some natures in the world. Some people smoke, and some people speak bad words, and some people do bad things, evil things in the world. So some or the other, everyone has got bad natures in their life. So let's see what happens if we try to simplify this to this natures of the world. Now, let's take all right, worldly life is equal to 5. That means we have 5 things of the world, like smoking, drinking, speaking bad words, jealousy, pride, and all that. Let's say only 5 things. There are many things, but let's say only 5 things. Worldly life is equal to 5. So what will we get? We'll get godly life is equal to 1 upon worldly life is equal to, we will replace worldly life with 5, as worldly life is 5, we have to get 1 upon 5. The value is 0.20, almost like 20%. Now suppose we do not have 5 things of the world, we have only 3 things of the world. Okay, so let's take another possibility. Let's take we have only very less worldly things in our life. Like worldly things, we have only 3. So only 3 natures of the world we have in our life. We have no major major characters of the world. So what will happen? What the value we will get? So we'll see godly life is equal to 1 upon worldly life. We'll replace worldly life with 3, gives 1 upon 3 is equal to 0.33. You can see the difference, as your worldly life goes higher, your godly life decreases. As your worldly life goes down, your godly life, percentage of godly life increases. Right? Now, if we continue the same thing, if this goes higher, worldly life goes higher, you will go down in godly life. And if you want to grow in godly life, you have to bring down the worldly life. So you cannot take both, because both are inversely proportional to each other. Now the last thing which I'm going to tell you is, this is amazing. Please pay attention. This is very nice. So let's see what happens when we take worldly life is equal to zero. There is nothing of the world in our life. Zero things of the world in our life. We are living a purely godly life. What happens when worldly life is zero? Please take a look at it. What happens? Godly life is equal to 1 upon worldly life. We have taken worldly life as zero, so that goes 1 upon 0. And I'm sure you all know the reason, you all know the answer. 1 upon 0 is infinity. That means is equal to eternity. So this proves mathematically that if we have zero things of the world, we have life in God or godly life, eternity. So through this we have proved that if we have worldly things as zero, then godly life will be eternal. So we have mathematically proved that if you really want to be with God in the eternity, you have to have worldly life as zero. Even if you have 0.1% of the world, you cannot get this eternity because it is still not zero. Hence, Jesus has very clearly said, and the biblical verse very clearly says that friendship of the world is enmity with God. You cannot grow in God if we have a friendship with the world. The same thing we try to present it mathematically, and mathematically we have got a very clear indication, very clearly we have proved it that godly life is going to be eternal only if we have worldly life as zero. I'm sure this must have helped.